So for today's class, we want our two little balls, our bolster, and our two blocks. And let's begin by standing. And we'll start with one ball. We'll do our lovely little warm-up of our feet. So using support, if that makes you feel even better today, holding something, or simply looking after yourself, we'll plant one foot on the ball and let that foot really drop and rest and grow tall through the crown of the head, so we're already tuning into our vertical alignment. And forget about everything else that's been going on today and just let yourself breathe. Let out a sigh, let your foot sink into the ball while you rise upwards, shoulders nice and relaxed. Just feel for a few more moments. And now as we continue to feel and stay vertically aligned, let's begin some massage action, taking our time to roll the foot, massage the foot, explore the sole of the foot, and really register. You can even use your eyes to gaze at the foot to help anchor our connection. Breathing, feeling, rolling, letting out sound at any time if you feel a desire to do so. And then let's wedge the heel on the floor with the ball, picking up the toes so we get that calf stretch, and begin to rock the foot gently from side to side. And then reposition the ball so that the ball of the foot is on the ball and the toes curl over. Inhale, clutch the ball, and then exhale, relax the foot. Inhale, dome the foot. Exhale, release. And just one more today. Dome the foot, release. And for the grand finale, we put the big toe up the ball, other toes on the floor, anchor the heel, grow tall, and take small rocking steps forward and back, letting your arms and shoulders swing easily. Jaunty, make it jaunty, a little bit of a strut vibe. And then balance on the foot that's been walking, peel the other foot off the ball, turn it over. Remember, don't bend it, have it really straight rather than sickled. And just adjust both your knees until you feel the right amount of stretch over the top of the foot, ankle, and maybe even in the shin. Smile and breathe. And then come up, lean forward a little bit, and shake out that back leg. Make it really loose, really nice and jiggly. Jiggle, jiggle, jiggle. And then go for a little walk, nicely suspended. I'm just going to adjust my camera a little bit while we walk about. And notice what you notice. Don't forget a little bit of backwards action. Keep breathing. And let's bring ourselves back to apply foot number 2 to the ball. So once again, we'll start with just gently being here, feeling the ball, letting the weight of the lower body sink, and letting the upper body grow, but the shoulders drop. Breathe, maybe let out a sigh. And then gazing at the foot, we're going to start rolling all over without slouching. So we don't want to drop our head and then collapse. We're just gazing down to let our eyes amplify the connection, kindness in our minds, and feeling, sensing the sole of the foot, exploring the sole of the foot. And then let's wedge the ball so the heel is down, the front of the foot is lifted. Again, nice and tall. Take a breath or two to feel that extra calf stretch. And then start to rock the foot from side to side, just twisting without aggravating the knee. Keep the knee happy at all costs. Always keep the knee happy. And then reposition the ball so the toes just hang over. And inhale, grab the ball, and then exhale, release. So contracting the arch, inhale, form a big arch, exhale, relax. And we're only doing 3 today. Inhale, grab, exhale, release. And we come to the repositioning one last time. Big toe up the ball, Other toes artistically arranged, heel down, crown tall, and a jaunty little shifting back and forth, letting the arms swing easily. So the natural walking opposition, where the front leg and the opposite arm act together. And then stepping off the ball, shifting the weight, turning the foot over, and making sure that we're not sickling, but we're really straight down, and gently, gently stretching the tops of the toes, ankle, shin, whoops, and breathing. Shift your weight up and over the front leg so you're a little bit angled, and this way you can really jiggle that back leg. Jiggle, 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 jiggle. And then walkies. Gentle walking, arms swinging naturally, a little bit of backwards walking. And for safety's sake, let's pick up that ball and let's put it back in its bag so it's ready for the next time we need it. And coming to stand and feel those fabulous feet. And let's roll the shoulders. Get tall on the inhale, shoulders up and back. Exhale down. You can even bend your knees and forward, straightening the legs as the shoulders go up and back, bending the knees as the shoulders come down and forward. Inhale, breathe in, open the chest. Exhale. One more time, inhale, big opening. Exhale, rounding. Straighten up, shoulders up, let them roll back and down. Shake out through the fingers. Loose wrists. Shake out the elbows, let the shoulders bob up and down. Let your head have a bit of bobblehead quality. Let the ankles, knees, hips jiggle around. You can keep this small, you can make it big, fast, slow. Remember, all of these exercises exist on a spectrum. It doesn't have to be all or nothing. There are many shades and gradations. You can make silly noises. You can shake your hands up and lift and drop your heels. And then come back down, although keeping that suspension through the head. Let the shaking finish. Keep looseness in the knees and swinging, twisting. A few twists, modest twists with the feet flat, letting the eyes register your surroundings, and then taking off a little further, lifting the back heel, swinging, letting the hands give you love thumps in front and behind. The front hand can thump over the lungs for a little bit of healing percussion. Back hand is somewhere around the back of the waist or lower back. And then let's try the front hand just gently near the belly. And we'll allow this to come to its own lovely natural ending. A little bit more for the shoulders once we come to our natural finish. Feel your feet, grow tall, relax the shoulders. Fingers to one shoulder, circles. Inhale, elbow dips forward, up. Eyes follow that back half of the circle around. Inhale, let the gesture invite more space into your lungs. We'll do two more. You can even sigh out the exhale on some or all of these. On the fourth, let that arm relax. Fluff a little bit, see how that feels. And then establish your vertical alignment and touch your fingers to the other shoulder. Inhale, dip down, forward, up. Eyes circle around the back. Inhale, drink in that breath. Sigh out the exhale if you want, or out through the nose, your choice. And one more. And finishing, and just letting yourself enjoy that. Okay, feet a little wider than the hips. One more warm up for the hips, hands on the hips, and let's just jiggle, well, slow motion jiggle. So I guess a slow motion jiggle is a sway. Inhale when you come up. Exhale when you reach one hip out. Inhale up. Exhale out. And now let's bend the knee. As we take the hip out, bend the knee and you'll go a little further. Inhale, pick it up inside. Exhale, hip begins. Knee carries you a little further. Inhale up. Exhale, hip. Then the knee takes you over. Very good. One last one. Inhale up, hip, and then the knee, and come back up. So we've done some side to side. Now take the hands to cup the sacral area, and hips go forward on an inhale as you zip up the front of the body. Don't take your head back. Concentrate more on the lift. And then exhale, the groins soften and draw back. Inhale, the groins reach and lengthen. And exhale, a little bit of a crease. I promise we'll do some hamstring stretching later, but for now we're working the hips, getting the hips a little juicier. And one more back. Now we've got the four corners, as it were. Let's smooth them out. Start back, go out to the side, your choice if you bend the knees or not. Hips forward. Other side, we're going to do 4, so that's 1 under our belts. And take your time. They can be smaller or bigger than what I'm doing. Customize them for you. Check in with your body, your rhythm, your experience today. After number 4, we keep our concentration and we make 4 beautiful circles the other way, whatever size is the happiest for us. As flowing as possible. Very nice. Okay, bringing that to a close, and we're going to grab one of our blocks to do some light squats. So the block we squeeze gently between the inner thighs, letting the feet organize themselves below, lightly pulling the block in and as though you're lifting it up inside yourself. Take a little squat. So as we were just doing, pulling the groins back, letting the ankles relax. You see, if I go here, I actually could let my knees go forward a little bit. You want to take advantage of the natural bends in these joints and come back up. So inhale, we're exploring a little squat and pushing with the feet to come up straight. Inhale the squat, stay here for a moment. Next inhale, sweep the arms up, interlace the fingers, and really reach up. Wiggle a little bit to get the sides to stretch, and then release the fingers and curve the arms, lower the shoulders. So here is our new inhalation. And as we exhale, the hands press down as the legs press you up. Inhale, you reach for the sky as you sink towards the earth. Exhale, and we're trying to work both legs evenly, so we don't have one running the show. Experiment with what feels like the right amount of knee bend for you. Inhale, exhale, just one more. Big breath in and exhale all the way out. With the block between the thighs, float onto the balls of the feet, floating the hands up. Keep reaching up as the heels pull you down on an exhale. 3 more of these. Inhale, keep squeezing the block. Move with your breath. And one more, we'll stay in the balance. Keep relaxed here, breath flowing. And from the waist, twist to the right on an exhalation. Return center on an inhalation. Keep squeezing the block, it'll help. Exhale, small twist. Inhale, return. Stay calm. One more time. Holding the breath is cheating, just FYI. Twisting. Returning back. Let the heels come down. Bend the knees. Take away the block. And stand up. Cats and dogs, standing. Keep that nice power of the legs. Stick out the tail, Use your back muscles to contract a little bit, shoulders back, chest up. Here's our inhalation. On the exhale, glide the tail under, rolling the small of the waist back, hunching the upper back. Inhale, sweep the tail and chest out using the back muscles. Exhale, scoop under. And let's do a few more of these. Coordinate with your breath. We want to get that nice contrast between contracting the back of the body on the dog and toning and contracting the front body on the cat. One more time into the dog, and this exhale will bring us up to standing. We'll do our slow motion swinging, and then I'll give you a chance to take it into the tossing and the momentum should you wish to, always optional. So on the inhalation, we're reaching up, 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 up. Maybe there's a little back bend here. Exhale, we're bending our knees, we're cat scooping, almost touching the ground, and then lifting the hands up behind. On the inhale, bend the knees, either brush the ground or come close, and inhale all the way up. Exhale, so we're not leaving behind the action of the torso that we just rehearsed, but we're bringing it with. Exhale, you can even blow it out gently through your pursed lips. Let's do one more slow at least, or you might want to continue slow. But here's a good place to maybe take it into a swing if you want, making some noise. Little suspension, big gush out. And either slow or swinging as you wish. Gales of wind. And one more of your choice. Suspend up and breathe, and then come vertical, palms together. Bring the energy down and rest with the hands in front of the heart. Notice your breath. And we'll come into the starfish flow. So the feet are a little wider than the shoulders. Just test that your hips have a nice ability to sink and shift. We've already done a bit of this. And of course, the starfish is shoulders down, chest up. We're a big X of beaming energy. This is the inhale. Shift to the right, twisting, looking over your shoulder, hand or forearm on the thigh. Let the inhalation unwind you. Reach in all directions. And exhale, twisting, twisting until you finish the breath. And then the inhalation is gathering you in the new direction. Exhalation is drawing you over. So you're really letting the breath tell you, cue you as to what's happening. We never actually stop in a position. We go as far as we can, and then we are turning around to go the other way. We'll do one more time to the right. And then we will stay here, lowering the left hand to the floor or a block if that's handy and desirable. And then rotating the torso, looking up, take the ears back a little bit. Soft smile and luscious, smooth breathing. See if you can bring some gentle attention to the rhythm of your breath and the expansion of your belly and waist on the inhale, and the gentle releasing and natural drawing in on the exhale. Next exhalation, come into that little twist that preceded. Inhale, a magnificent opening up, and exhale, leaning, reaching, twisting, finally lowering the right hand or fingers or use the block. Rotate the chest, the waist, take the ears back, free the remaining arm. Rest in the rhythm of your breath. A lovely sense of balanced inhale and exhale. And on the next exhalation, returning to the little twist. And inhale, coming all the way up. And exhale, let's interlace the fingers behind and then change the way the fingers are laced so you're interlacing the way that you usually don't, just for evenness. A light squeeze between the shoulder blades, arms back. Pull down with the hands and inhale, lift the collarbones, open the throat. Crease at the groins as you exhale. Knees can certainly bend. We want that feeling of really hanging from the hips. Neck is released, head is heavy. And then squeeze those shoulders a little bit closer together and carry the hands up and over. Find that relaxed, steady rhythm of breathing here. Let's take one more beautiful, unhurried inhalation. As you exhale, bend the knees, lower the clasped hands. Press the feet into the ground as you inhale. Come up with confidence and exhale, release your hands. Rotate the right leg out and lift the left heel, rotate it back. Lift your toes so you really feel your heels, the balls of your feet, and your arches. Then relax the toes down. We'll take a triangle. Inhale, arms wide. Exhale, let's lean towards the left leg. Rotate the right palm to face in, and then reach up high and brush the ceiling with your fingers as you glide down the left leg. Turn the breastbone and throat and face upwards a little bit and press down through that right heel. Imagine breathing in the sky when you breathe in, and relax everything as you breathe out. You're relaxing your effort. Of course, we have to keep a certain amount of discipline in the body so we don't get floppy, but we don't want to be using tension. Inhale, come up. We'll go the other way. We glide the hips to the left. We reach to the right. Lower the right hand down, palm forward. Lift the left hand up. Both palms face forward, and the longest fingers reach in opposite directions. Again, a nice, steady body, but a sense of ease that you cultivate with your breath and your intention. Use your next inhalation to bring yourself upright. And there was someone in the room who wanted a little vigor today, so let's leave the arms up. Rotate the right toes around and the left toes out. Of course, if you want to rest your arms, by all means do. Lift the toes so you really feel your arches. And then relax the toes down and place the right hand on the leg. Inhale, lift the left hand up, palm facing to the right. And as you exhale, you're sliding out, anchoring the left heel and slightly rotating the breastbone, throat, and face upwards. Enough tone in the body to keep the clean structure of the pose and balanced with a beautiful amount of ease that you are regulating through your breath. One more inhale. Exhale gently, fully. Inhale, come up. And exhale, glide the hips to the right. Reach to the left. Left palm down. Inhale the right palm up. Reach through those fingers. And once again, smooth, regulated breath. Steady rhythm creates a harmonizing effect for the nervous system, enhances the relaxation response. One more inhale. Gentle, unhurried exhale. And up we come. And then everything comes to neutral. Spine is tall, arms are relaxed. Imagine the hands are heavy, so they create a little bit of a tiny bit of a drag that just allows the shoulder girdle to settle. Heavy fingers. Now let's do the moon pose. We did that a few weeks ago, and we've got 2 blocks available. So one of the easiest things to do is to preset 1 block on either side of the equation. Which I'll take this back a little bit so you can see. And we essentially are coming from a triangle pose. We're going to spin the right leg out and the left heel back. And let's practice by lunging. And not only lunging, because so far we've been keeping our weight almost always evenly on both legs. Shift the weight onto the right leg so you could, without too much trouble, lift that left foot up. Let's come up to neutral. Turn the left leg out to a comfortable angle for you. Shift into the bent knee, but then shift everything over a little further so you can actually lift that leg up. Okay, so that's the main thing. It's like when we do our tree pose and we have to make that commitment to shift in space. So now let's put it together, and we'll get 2 tries on each side. So think of the first one as, you know, your test run, your technical rehearsal. So let's turn the right leg out, left heel back. We'll move this a bit so you can see a bit better. Inhale, open up wide. Exhale, lunge, shift the weight, and then replace your block so that it's maybe 6 inches past your toes and a little bit in front of your foot. You can have the palm or fingers down. Just test for a moment that you can balance on that hand and block and the front leg, the bent leg. And then once you're fairly comfortable here, start to lift up, pushing out through the heel that's in the air. And if you feel steady, take that arm up, reach up with the fingers, smile, breathe, and then coming down, bending the knee and lightly touching down the back foot, and inhale, coming up. All right, 1 down, 3 to go. Turn the right foot in, left foot out. Inhale, open up wide. Exhale, lunge, shift the weight, and plant the block where it helps you. Get steady. Make sure that there's no weight on the back leg because that'll throw you off. And then very smoothly, lifting up, you're straightening the bent leg. You're pushing out through the heel of the leg that's hanging in the sky like the moon. And gazing down for steadiness. And lifting up the free hand and really reaching up through those fingers. Continue breathing and smiling. And on an exhale, bend that standing leg, lower down the back toes, and come back up. Just shake out a little bit. I'll offer you one more option. If you remember when we used to practice together in the office or at Chris's or wherever we were, sometimes we would be just at a wall and then we would lean our body into the wall for that support. So if you have that available to you, feel free to use that for our repetition. And smile, have some fun with it. Take a moment and breathe and settle yourself and picture yourself doing a beautiful, effortless, balanced experience on each side. Just see it. Let yourself rehearse it. Enjoy it. And now let's incarnate it. Turn the right leg out, left heel back. Inhale, open up. Exhale, lunge and shift your weight. Find your balance. Inhale, lifting the leg, lifting the arm, lifting your spirits. See yourself light, hanging in the air like a beautiful moon. And then exhale, bend the knee, touch down, and inhale, come up. Last one. Turn the left leg around, right heel back. Inhale, open up, wings, lightness. Exhale, lunge, shift the weight, plant the hand in the block. Inhale, rising up. And with the fingers reaching up, pressing out through the heels. So you're actually reaching through those two limbs to help suspend you in space. Soft face, gentle breathing. And exhale, bending the standing leg, gracefully lowering the other leg and coming up. Yay. All right. Neutral legs, we're going to rest the back. Slide the hands down the fronts of the legs. Dangle the head. Release the shoulders. Bend the knees whatever amount you wish to have a good experience. And make sure that you really feel you can rest the spine and breathe. Next exhalation, deeper bend in the knees, hands on the thighs. Press the feet down, press the hands down, come all the way up. Roll the shoulders back, you're there. Warrior one, feet narrower. Keep the right leg in front and take a nice stride back with the left leg. So we're getting a nice stretch in the front of the body. And we'll do our arm sequence where we're pressing back. So first, nice lift in the hips, establish the legs, make your adjustments now so that you're happy and steady in your base. And then lengthen your arms, turn the palms back. Exhale, press up and back. Inhale, sweep the fingers down, forward, palms face each other and you expand, shoulders come down. And on the exhale, look forward, palms forward, and then press back. 3 more of these today. Press from the back heel, blossom with your inhalation. Exhale, feel a little contraction in your belly area. Inhale, a little bit of contraction in your back to support the back bend. And I think if I haven't lost count, we've got 2 more of these. And on this last one coming up, we're going to balance in the victorious pose. Shoulders down, little bit of a squeeze between the shoulder blades, not a lot, but we're using our back muscles here to support the front. Breathe in the sky. And on the next exhalation, look forward, lower the arms, straighten the front leg. Take a moment just standing here quietly. And over the next couple of breaths, change the leg in front and back, and also establish your lovely lunge with that openness in the back hip, heel down, relax the shoulders, tall lift in the crown. Exhale, palms, press back. Inhale, sweep through and up, then open. And exhale, press back. Inhale, sweep through, expand. 2 more. Very nice. And the last one is coming. Press the air, sweep through. Remember, shoulders down, throat up. Steady, smooth breath. And on the next exhalation, look forward, lower the arms, and straighten the front leg. Just pausing for a moment. And then let's step the feet together, perhaps a little bit of jiggling. Check that everything's nice and loose. And we'll do a side warrior with the lean. And today, let's have the option of using the block. So we want our blocks pre-placed, and remember we could do high, medium, low, or none. We have 4 settings of the blocks now. Okay, so we're taking our wider stance, widest yet steadiest for us today. Right leg out, left heel back, and we're coming into our lunge. Let's pull back up, stretching the thighs a little bit more. Lunging, and then drawing in and up. Lunging, drawing in and up, and one more lunge, staying here. If you place your right hand to the back of your thigh, you should feel some tone, no knee flaring in. Press back against that hand just a little bit, so also that buttock would be just a little bit firm, not like a rock, but also not super soft. Inhale, open wide. Exhale, lean out. Now we generally, our usual is to come to the forearm. You could also place your block wherever you need it. Now, if you're lucky, what you want to have is the upper arm pressing against the thigh and rotating. Press the hip forward, the back hip. Rotate the remaining arm all the way over so the palm is up, and then big sweep overhead, tilting the head a little bit so you have a soft view of the fingertips. So we're taking this lunge, we're giving it the option of going a little bit lower in the upper body, should you wish to. And let the breath really free you. You've created the container, and now let the breath create the energy. On the next inhalation, come back up on top of the legs, and exhale, straighten up. Turn the right foot in, pivoting on the heel. Spin the left foot out, and pause for a moment. Regain your beautiful tall spine, and on the exhale, lunging. On the inhale, pulling everything up inside. Exhale, lunging. Practicing with the legs. You're at the bar doing your plies, the B-A-R-R-E bar, coming to your lunge, and now the legs are set. Inhale, you open wide. Exhale, leaning out, either to the forearm, or if you enjoyed working with the block, same height. Try to make sure that you don't have your arm out in front of the knee. So we want that knee bent enough that we can actually get our arm pressed against the leg. Rotating the other arm to turn the palm up, pressing that back hip through a little bit, and over we go. Finally, a soft tilt of the head so your eyes are angled up towards the fingertips. Find the movement of the breath. Bring the pose to life with a circulation of energy, joy. Last exhalation when it comes. As we inhale, sweep the top hand back and up, bringing yourself up. You can take a little press on that thigh like I did, and then bring yourself up to standing, and blocks can go to the side. Now we're going to do the technique of bringing the legs together. So we're doing heel, toe, but let me show you how we don't want to do it. Thump, 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 thump. You see how I'm kind of bouncing? So what we want to do, there's technique to everything. Imagine something is pulling you up. So you lift the heels a little bit and you turn the thighs in. You lift the toes and balls, you bring them in. So you're going up as you're rotating your thighs. Voila, excellent. Okay, final standing pose, a tree balance. shifting your weight onto your leg of choice. And we won't do too much preparation. We've done a lot of other focus things. Just bring yourself to your favorite tree position. Feel free to use support as you wish, and sweeping the hands up if you wish to. You can even interlace your fingers and press up with the palms, because this helps us get that upward lift, and then just let the standing leg pour down to give you roots that extend below the floor. Let your eyes gaze at something that is gently stationary, and let your breath swirl through you like sap circulates in a tree. And remember, trees aren't brittle unless they're dead. So you can even create a little bit of sway today, just a tiny bit of sway, or allow whatever natural sway wants to occur in your balancing. And when you're ready to come down, let the hands descend first, because they have the longest distance to go, and then release the leg. Shake it out. Wiggle it around, go for a little walk, backwards, forwards, whatever you like. And of course, we have one more side. So today, just done this hundreds of times. So today we're just going a little bit more directly into it, trusting that. Settle as you need to on the first stage. And then when you're ready, taking the arms and hands up. If you liked that interlacing technique, please do it on this side. Let it be a mechanism by which you can create that even more of that gorgeous vertical alignment. And then from this uplift, there's a pouring down through that standing leg into the earth and beyond. Let the shoulders relax. Let the neck rise. Soft, steady, rhythmic breath, which also serves as a lovely stabilizer. And then if you liked trying it on the first side, again, these are just suggestions or options, create a little bit of sway, or simply enjoy the innate little bit of sway that might be happening anyways. Sometimes we tend to try to lock ourselves into a balance, and that's not sustainable over decades. And then when you're ready to come down, releasing the arms first, and then letting the leg come down. Shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. Ooh, walk it out a little bit if you wish to. And we're going to make our way down to the ground. We'll want to have our balls and at least one of our blocks, might as well bring them along. And your bolster not too far away for a little later on. So I'm going to tilt my camera, and let's start by lying down on our backs with enough space for arms to go overhead and legs to extend out. But we'll begin with resting. Resting is always nice. Arms out to the sides, knees can be bent or straight. Take a few moments to settle everything. Really feel the ground holding and supporting your hips, your spine, backs of your ribs, your head, soles of your feet if your knees are bent, heels if your legs are extended. And see if you can notice all of the places where parts of your body contact the ground. And notice the places where there are natural curves away from the ground. In this position, let's all bend our knees for the next little pelvic rocking. The next movements are going to be very small and very gentle. We're going to exhale and roll the small of the waist into the floor. The tail comes up a little bit. You can push with your feet today to create a bit of that. And on the inhale, let the tail drop and slightly engage your back muscles to create a small arch. Sometimes we do this very passively, but today we're going to become a little bit more aware of the front and back of muscles. So exhale, you're rolling the small of the waist into the floor. Maybe you feel some contraction of internal muscles in front. On the inhale, press the tail down and see if you can feel or imagine a little bit of contracting in the back area. And now on breath rhythm, exhale, roll the small of the waist down. Inhale, press the tail down, arch the back a bit. And make this gentle. Try about 30% less effort. And allow the movement to naturally flow with your breath. If any other part of your body, say your head and neck, seem to be getting involved organically, we'll allow that to happen. Don't force anything. Don't judge anything. Just some nice rocking in the spine. Bring this to a gentle close, and we're going to grab one of our blocks and place it between the knees to give a little support and also an object of focus, light squeeze. Press the small of the waist into the floor and bring the knees into the palms. On the exhale, use the elbows and continue curling. You might have to push the block away a little bit, curling the knees in so the tail comes a little further off the floor, a bit more stretch. And then on the inhale, just relax and the knees go away. Exhale, waistline into the floor, then engage with the arms to deepen the curl. And inhale, release and relax. Optional, add the head. Exhale, curl, using the upper chest muscles to bring the shoulders and head up. Inhale, release. And two more. Exhale, waistline first, then the peripherals wrapping around. And one more time. Exhale, curling. And now inhale, put everything down, including the feet. Think about where you need your feet for bridge because that's what's coming next. Press down with the feet and press the tailbone up as you squeeze the block and try to lengthen out through the knees. So you're not coming up with the knees coming into you, but pressing away. Exhale, roll down through the spine and rest. Inhale, activate the legs, push with the feet, lift up. Exhale, roll down. Now add the arms overhead. Inhale, up and over. Exhale, bring it all to rest. Inhale, up and over. Exhale, down. Now we'll put the last two exercises, this one and the previous one, together. Inhale, bridge. Exhale, lower the hips, curl into a bowl. Half an inhale to get the feet down, the other half to rise to bridge. Exhale, half an exhale to get the waist down, and then keep curling. Keep it full of ease and at the same time accuracy. We're going to do one more curl and bridge. And we'll balance in this final bridge. Keep the legs active and strong. And sweep the arms around and interlace the fingers underneath you. Wiggle the shoulders and press up the hips. The shoulders can be slightly hugged up the neck towards the ears. This is actually one of the poses where it's considered legal to hike the shoulders a little bit. It'll give you perhaps a bit more stability in the upper back area. Now for fun, bring the feet a little closer together, squeeze the block, Shift the weight to the right foot and just lift the left foot about a quarter or half an inch. Try not to move your hips in space. Put that foot down. You know what's coming now. Squeeze the block with your knees. Shift a little bit of weight onto the left foot. Lift the right foot without moving the hips anymore. This is a great stabilizer. Exhale down. Inhale, press the hips up. Release the arms. Roll down. And let's remove the block. Stretch out one leg. Stretch out the other leg. Bounce those knees, nice and easy. Ragdoll, shaky, shaky. Stop. Roll the thighs in and out. And then finally let yourself rest and relax. And now for a little bit of loosening of the hips, we're bending the knees. Once again, slide the left foot a little further away. Flex the right ankle and knee and hold the leg up. Take hold of the outside of the right ankle or foot. Left arm to the side. Inhale, fan the leg to the right, let the hip roll. Exhale, switch hands, carry the leg across into an easy twist. Inhale, fan open. Remember, this is about the hip and the buttocks. We don't mind if the knee doesn't straighten all the way. It'll straighten a bit more. It's bent in the middle. It straightens a little bit when it comes out to the side, but we want the nice, flowing, juicy mobilization of the lower back and hip. Let's do one more time. You might be wanting to go slower than I am. Just find a nice pace that is comfortable and pleasant for you. Square the hips off, stretch out the legs, bounce out the knees a little bit, and roll the thighs in and out. And as you rest and let go, see if there is, whatever do you notice about the right leg and the left leg? Do you notice any differences? Does one feel heavier, looser, or other? Just a little bit of opportunity to check in for yourself. And we're going to bend our knees again. And this time we slide the right foot a little further away, bend the left leg up, hold the outside of the ankle or foot as fits your proportions. And then inhale, fan to the left, let the pelvis roll with. Exhale, crisscross, and twist to the right. Keep this flowing. If your head and neck want to go along for the ride, please do. So this is more of one of the release techniques rather than a formal technique like when we were doing the warriors standing up. And when the hips are nice and loose, that also benefits the lower back and the knees. And it's a nice massage we're doing for our internal organs. So we'll do one more, finish with the crisscross, and then stretching out, bouncing the legs, and then rolling in and out a few times. And then just rest. Let it all go. And notice the sensations in your body. Notice your body's contact with the ground, and also notice whatever is kind of coming to the forefront for you. And now let's come and roll over onto the front. We're going to grab our balls again, and actually I want you to grab just one ball. We're going to do our favorite, where we lie with the ball between the thigh and the floor. So pick your thigh, because they both have to do it, and find a spot that's relatively sustainable, and you're supporting yourself on your forearms, you're staying relaxed, and right away, go into the slow swaying. Start swaying from side to side. The ball is pinning the muscles and you're kind of shearing them a little bit. And then tuck your toes under and press yourself forward a bit and push yourself back with your forearms. So now we're going up and down the length, still basically pinned, and now circling. Let's say 4 circles in one direction, just rolling ourselves, and then 4 circles the other way. And then rest. You can lower your head for this. Keep the thigh heavy on the ball, and on the inhale, raising the foot. Don't force anything. Your foot may come up all the way, it may come up just a little bit, but we don't want to pick the thigh up off the ball. You can even rest your forehead on your arms. We're just going to do 4, so 1 more. Or maybe you're done, maybe you're lucky and you're done. And then as soon as that foot touches down, we pluck the ball out and we rock and see, was that worth it? Wasn't that worth it? Okay. Now placing the ball between the other front thigh and the floor. Maybe this is an easier experience. Maybe it's less comfortable, but notice, observe without judgment. This is all information. And we're already rocking a little bit. Nice and heavy on the ball. And now tuck the toes under and you're going to rock forward and back, pushing and pulling yourself a little bit. And then 4 little circles in one direction and drawing 4 little circles in that other direction. Don't stop breathing, keep breathing. And then we're going to relax the feet, even put the forehead down on the forearms, keep the thigh heavy on the ball, and inhale, raise the foot. And exhale, lower the shin and the foot. Don't lift up the thigh. It can be very tempting to do that, thinking that the point of this exercise is getting the foot to the buttock, but no, the point is keep the thigh heavy on the ball so that feedback from the ball is what's giving you a real muscle chain message. I can't bend that knee as much as the other knee, that's for sure. So that's always good, just good information. Pluck the ball out, rock from side to side. Now, full reveal, I did this exercise once this morning, and this is the second time I'm doing it today. After having done it once, it's actually looser and better the second time around. So keep this one in mind if you ever, you're doing a lot of bicycling or sitting or ab work and you start to feel your quads are tightening up. All right, now we're going to put one hand on top of the other. The legs are about block distance apart. Tops of the feet resting, and the forehead is resting on your hands. Not a crocodile, but just a gentle on your belly without squishing your nose. Now lift your head and chest and lower them down. Now we want not to do this from the neck. We want to do this with muscles in the back. So think about that. On the inhale, the thighs are resting on the floor, and raise your shoulders and head with your back muscles, not with your neck muscles. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, strengthening the back. And what we're going to do next is continue lifting the head and the chest in that same way with alternating legs, keeping the legs straight. So exhale, you're down. Inhale, right leg and back. So the back is contracting to lift the leg and the chest, lower down, and now the left leg. Inhale, chest and left leg, lower down. We'll repeat that. You don't have to go as high as you could go. You just want to go high enough that you're evenly activating the back muscles and it's feeling pleasant. I'm just going to do one more set. Also noticing for, is it easier to do on one side than the other? And then resting for a moment. Lift the head up a smidge, sweep the hands around, forehead down, interlace the fingers, legs about block distance, so don't have them too wide. And we're going to contract the back to lift the chest and the legs. Inhale, the squeeze of the shoulder blades and the pull of the hands will help. Exhale, lower. And again, smoothly contracting on the inhalation, lowering. Cross the thumbs and fingers the other way. Inhale, lift with the back contraction. And we'll do one more of these. Inhale, this time we'll stay. Don't let the thighs fly away. A little bit of space between them, slightly squeezing them towards one another. Breathing, breathing. And then release the legs, hands by the sides of the chest. Press up and curl your spine and sit back into child. Wherever you want your knees together, apart. Tail dropped as much as possible and letting your breath flow into massaging your low back. And now coming to tabletop position, and we're going to do a little flow with cats and dogs and downward dogs. We're going to have a whole barnyard happening here, even a pigeon, just got a lot of animals. Okay, so tabletop first. Exhale, a lovely cat. So we want that slide down of the tail and the lift of the waist. Inhale, feel that contraction in the back to lift your chest and tail. Exhale, contraction in the front. And enjoy the movement. Cats and dogs. And after the next dog position, come to tabletop with just a touch of dog in the pelvis and curl those toes under. Downward dog and tabletop. Exhale, send the tops of the thighs back. Inhale, lower yourself smoothly to kiss the knees down. Exhale, press with the fingers, reach the thighs, tops of the thighs back. Inhale, down, and two more. Exhale, inhale. Last one to the downward dog. Stick the butt out and start to walk the heels one after the other. You can even rock your hips from side to side. Press not just with the heels of the hands, but also with your fingers. Spread the weight through your hands. And then settle into downward dog, heels back, heels back. Inhale, raise your right leg, reach through the toes as high as you can. You can even lift your left heel off the floor. One more big inhale, and exhale, sweep the leg through, bend at the knee, and slide that right leg through to your pigeon. Find your position for your hips by swaying a little bit from side to side, and then settle yourself in. Inhale, contract the back of your body to support the front, opening up into a lovely back bend. So much fun to be here. Take another breath or two. And then exhale, start to melt over. Could even pop a block in under your forehead if you like. And now let gravity help you settle into the pose. Steady, luscious breath, flowing in, flowing out. And then on the next inhalation, start to raise yourself up. You'll want to get your right hand to the outside of your right knee, left hand on the other side. Lean forward a little bit, tuck those back toes, and you're either going to come through tabletop or just swing those hips up and back to downward dog, walking the dog, rocking, sticking the butt out, pressing with the fingers. Let the back of the neck release. Find the quiet, obedient downward dog. And inhale, raise a straight left leg up. Lift the right heel a little bit. Reach up, reach up. Little taste of a handstand. And then on an exhale, sweep that leg through, bending at the knee, putting the shin down, and rock to prepare the base for your pigeon. Settle into the place that you like. Roll the shoulders back. Contract the back body a little bit to support the elongation of the front. Breathe in the extra air you have up here. And then exhale. Over you go. Over you go. Block or not under the forehead, your choice. And relax into your breath. And let's allow one more glorious releasing exhalation. And then inhale, we're starting to come up using our hands. Take the left hand to the outside of the left knee, right hand to the other side. Tuck the toes under, and either through tabletop or straight to downward dog, press up and back, and then gently lower to your knees and swing your legs out in front. Seated twist. We're going to extend the legs out in front, rock from sit bone to sit bone, and we're going to bend up the right knee and plant the heel close to the buttock. Extend out through the other ankle, and inhale, lean back and twist towards to the right, and then come back up. Sorry if I've confused you with positions, but right knee is up, you're twisting to the right, and wrapping the arm around or past as suits your body, putting a hand behind you. Block might even be helpful depending on your proportions. And you want a nice squeeze between belly and thigh. Inhale, nice tall vertical alignment in the spine, and then a little squeeze and spiral. Don't let that other leg, just because you're not looking at it, don't let it get lazy. Push down in the sole of the foot that's touching the ground. Let your breath flow in and out smoothly, gently, rhythmically. And then gently release and switch legs. You don't have to turn around. Heel near the buttock, lean back a little bit, turn from the waist, and then come back up. Find your bind, push out through the opposite heel. First get tall, and then as you exhale, wrap up and around. Soft eyes, long neck, shoulders down. All the good things, basically the same alignment cues, testing them in every possible permutation. And on the next inhalation, unwind. We're going to do our forward bend that we've been featuring for the last few classes, where we keep our thighs and abdomen together. So let's give our legs a nice hug and then open up the front body. So contracting the back, lifting through the front body and getting as much abdomen onto the thighs as possible. Inhale, toes lift, and exhale, sliding the heels forward, either together or one heel then the other, and making sure you don't pass that point where the legs want to leave. Knees point up. Once you get to the right place for you, relax the shoulders, relax the head and the neck, and drop into your breathing. Three more breaths. Start slowing your breath down little by little, because we're winding down. And this is the last exhalation. Release the arms. Gently unwind to sit up. We're going to look for our bolster now and do just a little bit of inversion. We'll be moving into the Shavasana from here. So if there's anything you know you'd like for your Shavasana, like a pillow or a blanket or a sweater or socks, arrange to have them within reach so that we can just flow with that. But we're going to lie down with the bolster under our knees for a moment, just resting, feeling the back. Make sure you've got enough arm space over your head. And let's bring the heels in right to the edge of the bolster, lift the hips, and we're going to bring the bolster right up under the waist so we have a slight drop in the pubic bone, a little bit of a back bend. From here, let's raise the feet up, straight up as though they were against a wall, not over your face. So we want that stretch in the front body, drop of the pubic bone, legs up. You can have arms low, medium, or up and over as you wish. And let's do a few ankle circles. So separate the feet just enough that you can get a nice view and some great ankle circles, and a few in the opposite direction. And then resting the ankles and lifting up through the soles of the feet. Let yourself breathe. Let the chest be expressive. You can even direct breath into the back of your upper lungs against the feedback of the floor. And now let's touch the hands to the right leg, flex the left ankle, and the psoas turbinator. Push out. I didn't quite get the right name, but anyways, reach out with really stretching that leg out. Exhale, bring the leg up, touch the left leg. Inhale, push the right heel away. Try to touch the opposite end of the room. And exhale, come up. And on we go. Really reaching. So the push forward of that heel affects your waistline. Remember those days when I've come up, the days we used to see each other in person, and I would come and I would pull you by the leg and you get that extra little stretch. We want to use that memory. Let's do one more on the left and then the right, going down. And this time we just let the right heel touch down, still keeping that length, and then bend the left knee, slide that foot away. If you're not happy with the position of the bolster, You can always squiggle it a little closer to your tail for this psoas stretch. And for this one, we like to add the lovely chest opener. And this is a wonderful just let go pose. There's nothing to do, no action required other than surrender. Continue letting your breath slow right down, allowing it to choose its happy rate. And now let's lower the arms, bend one knee, place the foot flat, bend the other knee and place that foot flat. It's Shavasana time. Lift the hips up a little bit and then squiggle the bolster to support the backs of your knees, or slide it all the way out if you don't want it. Wiggle a little bit, use pillows, blankets as you wish to. Yawn a little bit and do whatever you need. I just want to check in. Is there anybody who wants to just drift off into sleep, or do you want me to wake you up? Gloria is putting her hand up for sleep. Okay. Robert, are you getting up? Yes, you're going to get up after? Okay, excellent. So I will voice lead, but if you want to just rest, you can just ignore me when we get to that point. Today we're going to do the contraction first and then the release. So a quick review of the contraction is that when we inhale, we're going to push down into the floor with our heels, our fists, our back, and our head. So it's as though it's your personal mission to push the floor into place. So let's do that. Inhale, tighten everything up, squeeze your face, push with everything you've got, push against the bolster, push against the floor, keep pushing, hold the breath, and then, let everything go. Continue to breathe smoothly and just let things continue to flow. And we'll do that contrast one more time. Make the fists, push down, take a big inhalation, keep pushing down, scrunch your face, push everything against the floor that you can, hold it all, don't let up. And then when you need that breath, just let yourself go. And now, like ripples continuing to flow out, just let yourself melt, heavy, soft, falling into the floor, face letting go, all parts of your body just pooling into the ground. Feel how relaxed you are. And with every exhalation, imagine your body releasing just a little bit more. Your breath is very natural and spontaneous, simply flowing in and out with ease through your body. Noticing some of the sounds around you, but without needing to name or identify the source, just listening to one sound, maybe hearing another sound, letting your sense of hearing just travel very gently, lightly, without clinging. And then let that go. Allow all of your senses to draw inwards, redirecting them within rather than out. And imagine yourself turning inwards towards an eternal stillness that dwells within. There may be thoughts or images playing in your mind, but you have no need to attach yourself to any one of them. Rather, if they're playing through your mind, they're like the clouds that move on a sky with the breeze, or the waves on a lake. Just moving without being hooked or disgust within, just allowing what is to be, and knowing that you can still be dropping into a deep, quiet place. And allow yourself to replenish your resources at this oasis, to rest your tissues, your nerves, your muscles, and allow yourself to be. And if you wish to continue to rest, please do. If you wish to get up, follow my voice leads, taking a slightly deeper breath in and letting out a lovely, easy exhalation. And begin some tiny movements, maybe feeling the air with your fingers and toes, and gradually extending a little further if you wish, opening your chest, stretching through your legs, even wiggling or twisting a little bit, And if you wish to hug your knees in and curl in, you could even rock and roll in that rolled position. And then finally resting on one side and letting yourself settle here for a few moments. Placing the top hand on the floor and gently pushing the floor away to help you unroll up to a seated position. And establishing your seat so you feel the grounding of your hips and your legs in whatever position you choose for your legs. And out of that base, allow your spine to rise upwards, the shoulders to melt down, and the palms to come together in front of the heart center. Taking a moment to feel your body, your mind, your breath, and notice the fruits and transformation from your yoga practice and your efforts and concentration and goodwill. And let's gather up our breath for an Om. And this brings today's class to an ending. Thank you, dear friends.